August 16th at 5:36 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be having a new moon in the sign of Leo. New moons are all about setting new intentions, and with Venus retrograding through Leo, we want to establish new intentions around transforming our patterns in relationships, the patterns that haven't been serving us. Now, Leo is all about our identity as creative, charismatic forces, and it's a strong heart energy. It's the embodiment of the Sacred Heart of Jesus, and this is a very healing heart vibration. It's where our talents and our creative abilities are highlighted so that we can shine. And it's also where we step into our identities deeper and embrace our true selves and have that creative self-expression. Leo energy is heart-centered, and it is in these energies with this new moon that will open to love in a deeper and more authentic way. Being that this is a new moon, we are going to be very internal during this time. We have a lot of retrograding planets that will help to support this. And we are going to be doing a lot of internal transformation. In fact, there's energies in this chart that actually feel very combustible, like we are coming to a breaking point. At the same time, this combustible energy is being held by the grounding earth energy in the grand trine in the earth signs that is being created at the time of this new moon. The planets Pluto, Uranus, and Mars are working together to catalyze change within us and growth as well as transformation. An undeniable shift is underway, a change that we're being made aware of at this time, that there's something in our life we can no longer stand for. And while this may be very combustible, there is a need for this to be the way that it goes. It's a catharsis of sorts that we need to happen in order so that we can evolve. But don't be surprised if you or others are pressed to make bold, spontaneous, or even erratic moves during this time. It's through this combustible energy that we will create greater stability in the long run. It's beautiful that during this new moon, we're entering a new Venus phase. And this new Venus phase will be in the sign of Leo. So for the past 18 months, we were in a Capricorn Venus phase. And Venus is in the process of emerging from this phase, and it's happening during this new moon period. There's a lot of energies in this new moon chart that's helping the Venus energies evolve and come out of the Capricorn phase and enter this Leo phase. It's an important time for us to reflect upon who you became during the previous 18 months while Venus was in its Capricorn phase. Capricorn is all about power, it's all about control, and it's all about authority. It's where we realize the purpose of why we came here and we accept our mission. What pressures of the last 18 months encouraged you to step into your authority? We fully emerge from this Capricorn Venus cycle on the 21st of August. And at the time of this new moon, Venus is still in her underworld experience, her cocoon, so to speak. As a planet, Venus is between the Earth and the Sun. She's invisible at the time of this new moon. This is known as an inferior connection that she's making with the Sun. And her inferior connection with the Sun is exact on the 13th. On the 21st, she'll reappear in the eastern sky as a reborn morning star. And in the meantime, she's in this process of understanding what she has been through, what she has learned. And this is a time to be very quiet and reflect on those same topics. In this chart, we also have Chiron trining the new moon as well as Venus. Chiron is also in retrograde, just like Venus is in retrograde. And it started its retrograde around the same time that Venus went into retrograde. So these planets are very well connected in this period. This is a time of healing the wound because Chiron represents our wound and it represents our capacity for healing as well. Because of the fact that Chiron is sharing this retrograde period with Venus and is trining Venus at the time of this new moon, this is going to point us to our wounds around relationships. What part of you may have been lost in relationships, especially over the past 18 months? But this could even be something that you're realizing has been going on for your entire lifetime. What parts of your identity did you let others define for you? Because remember, in Leo, this is where we step into greater aspects of our personal identity that we define for ourselves. What's yours now to reclaim? Take back the parts of you that may have been abandoned, that you may have abandoned in order to make relationships work, in order not to rock the boat. The places that you let go dark because it was too painful to feel are now ready to be resurrected. The feelings that you weren't able to allow yourself to feel because they were too painful are ready in this period to be felt. Venus is in the sign of Leo and is therefore helping us to deepen into this heart energy, this feeling energy, this emotional space, so that we can learn to live with our hearts open, fearless of loss and despair, and therefore truly alive. Now in this chart, we also have Uranus squaring the Sun, Moon, and Venus. Uranus does this to assist in disrupting old patterns, especially old patterns around relationships. It's making things uncomfortable, and our stubborn and fixed ways are being highlighted as Uranus is in the fixed sign of Taurus and the Sun, Moon, and Venus are all in the fixed sign of Leo. So there's lots of fixed energy in this chart. These are places we don't want to budge. These could be places we've formed comfort zones. And things may come up to become felt as unbearable in order so that we're motivated to move this energy. This is the impetus needed to move beyond old patterns. So patterns we've been complacent with, especially in regards to relationships, but also we want to look to where our Taurus and Leo houses are in our charts to understand these dynamics more uniquely and how they present for us personally. You can ask yourself, where have you allowed others to define you? Where have you not spoken up for yourself? Where have you been complacent in relationships in order not to rock the boat? Because now is the time for you to emerge and stand up for yourself, to define yourself on your own terms. Mars is very empowering, and it's empowering us to take strong action. Take action for ourselves. It's asking us to put our foot down and asking us, what can we no longer stand for? The Sabian symbol for the Sun and Moon positioning in the sign of Leo in this chart is about giving attention only to what matters. This is echoed by the Sun and the Moon trining the North Node in this chart. This calls us to follow our inner guidance and our inner instincts in order to move forward on our destined path. How have we let others define us? How can we take our power back at this time? These are some questions that you can ask yourself. And for my paid subscribers to my Substack account, I will be providing a free download that has these prompts as well as other journal prompts that you can use for the new moon. I also provide guidance for a simple ceremony that you can do at this time of the new moon to support you, as well as the highlights around this new moon energy. You can become a paid subscriber for only $5 a month. I also wanted to invite you all to my upcoming Chiron workshop class. I will be having this on October 3rd. We will be diving into our wounded healer energies and exploring those together. If you are interested in signing up, you can email me at courtneybuk@gmail.com. I'm back on my Substack every Monday with a weekly overview of the astrology energies. You can join me there for free. I hope you have a wonderful new moon. I hope you have some time to really sit down and reflect on the energies around the new Venus cycle, as well as what this new moon is bringing up personally for you. Have a great week. Take care.